So today I'm blindly following Koomoot, one of those apps that just basically plans a route for you, because I'm in Bristol for Jamie's stag do, Jamie being my sister's fiance. So yeah, went out last night, good night, but feeling a little bit more worse for wear today. But yeah, just thought I'd quickly take you through my break and why it's so good. But before that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Quite a few people subscribed after the last video, so that was great. If you can keep that rolling, that'll be perfect. Alright, got to keep my eye on this this GPS. Okay, trying to do everything in the big ring because once I go into the small ring, it's tough to get back up into it. However, it's a flippin' steep climb. So, obviously, I'm not on my break anymore, all done. And I just wanted to take you through why I thought it was time to have a break and why I needed it this year rather than in the past where I don't really feel as though I've had to take a break. So, one, obviously COVID. So, last race season, there wasn't a lot of racing. I just trained straight through the 2 seasons. So I was quite exhausted just from training because it's just like a double up, isn't it? Then you got a long race season because I started in May and I raced a lot to get race practice in. So that was great, but at the same time, a lot of racing, a lot of mental stress, a lot of physical stress, and a lot of training load. So by the time it got to flipping the end of the season, I was shattered, mentally and physically, and just needed that, definitely needed that break. I got to Salou and I was like, I'm so done. I just need to shut down the systems, have a bit of a mental break, and yeah, get back on top of things. I guess this is a good time to say this is all done on the iPhone and it's going to have very little edit because I haven't done a video this week. It's been my first week back training, so I've just been, and tutoring, so I've kind of just been getting my bearings a little bit more and trying to balance everything a little bit better. So yeah, don't expect anything fancy from this edit. It's just going to be what I bosh together, maybe on iMovie or something, and then upload if and when I can. So yeah, sorry if it's a little bit of waffle, but click off if you don't like it. Bristol, 36,000 feet. So side note, don't know whether this is because I'm unfit or Koomoot's just doing me dirty, but I definitely feel as though this is a bit harder than an intermediate Koomoot. This is an intermediate rated ride. There's been some steep hills. Let's hope they get easier as I get a bit lighter and a lot fitter. Nice ride though. Could also be something to do with last night, but I'll try not to put it down to that. So just for a bit of context about how I may or may not be feeling. Last night we played a round of golf. About 8 holes. And, none of them were the same, of which I never do. And last night was the first night I've ever had a pint of Guinness, let alone down one. So needless to say, my head and stomach are not in favourable conditions. Alas. We ride on. But yeah, I think that in terms of the break again, it's just been a good kind of reset, mentally, physically, and again, it's the first time that I felt like I needed one, and yeah, it's just good to get back to it, get back into the swing of things, and be pretty motivated to do it. Because effectively what you don't want to happen is you don't want to come back to training and be unmotivated or not want to do a session just because you've not taken a break and you're just a bit fed up. So yeah, I think probably, definitely the right thing to do. 2 weeks completely off, didn't even think about it. Got a bit more on top of the entire work because that got quite busy. Again, just having to manage workload and expectation. Getting back into tutoring, like I said earlier, and that's really fun. I like that, but again, another stress. So yeah, all in all, just managing it all appropriately.
Just a really quick one with regards to this weekend. Obviously you saw me ride, and I've just been doing the edit and realised that I didn't really finish it off properly or anything like that, or have something to say at the end with regards to both the weekend, which was great, and the ride, which was also really good, and Koomoot. Like, the Koomoot was the first time that I've used the app, and I know my friend Luther has used it before for a ride that we did in North Wales. But it was so easy to use, and actually just a really good app in general, so I would recommend. I think it does cost if you go into other areas and other bits and pieces, but for what I used it for, just in Bristol for the day, yeah, perfect. Don't really have anything bad to say about it. Worked really well. The route took me so much longer than I'd intended on, but just because I think I was riding quite slow, I was a bit tired from the night before. Had a stop off midway at that cafe, which you might have seen. Had to refuel and get on some fluids, but other than that, yeah, it was just a really good route. And on Koomoot as well, it says all of the kind of directions, and I just uploaded it onto my Garmin, which was so easy as well. And then also it had loads of photos of what I'd see throughout the ride as well. So yeah, all in all, really good app, would recommend. Other than that, yeah, obviously I'm back in Cardiff now, quickly done the edit, and yeah, just really good weekend, really nice to be with Jamie and all of his friends, looking forward to the wedding in December. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We are getting towards that 1,000, we would like to hit it by the end of the year, but if we don't, we don't. Like, it's an arbitrary number at the end of the day, but it's just quite nice to kind of measure and see that improvement or the viewership go up. But yeah, do hit it if you're getting any enjoyment out of these, or even if you've just watched up until this point, because if you've watched up until this point, hopefully that kind of means that you're enjoying it, because this is right at the end of the video, and that's a lot of attention for, I don't know what it is, maybe 8 minutes or so, 8-9 minutes. 10 minutes on some of the videos. So yeah, if you could hit that like and subscribe, that would be great. I'll see you next time.